Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school. And my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real. But I'm not gonna let it faze me.
Twodashstash.com Game of the Year Awards. Best Original Score.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant.
If Gone Home is one of the most emotional experiences of modern video games, then Chris Remo's minimalist score is the beating heart that ties it all together. That he manages to emulate the very human warmth of the game's story with nothing but tried and true synthetic instruments and samples, with a sprinkling of guitars for atmosphere, is a testament to the quality of this incredibly moving score. Whether you are just paying a visit or in it for the long haul, this soundtrack will definitely make you feel at home. From one of the most ambitious games of all time comes a finely crafted synthetic epic of a score. With driving bass beats and a truckload of sonic quirks to spare, this score manages to match the audacity and ambitions of its namesake game, beat for beat. Combining retro synth sounds with modern production values, this score is one of the most sonically deep experiences of the year. While the compiled soundtrack is what everyone expects to remember the most in GTA 5, the original score may prove to have the most staying power of any soundtrack this year.
Let's get going! There'll be time for grieving later!
Yeah, you got that right.
This indie spy game, with its themes of electronic espionage, seems a perfect fit for the jazzy atmospherics and glitchy synths that populate its score. It's a deliberate callback, and a welcome one at that. Its reverb-drenched sonics and impeccable rhythms offer up a welcome escape from the doldrums of our lives. We don't have to hold you at gunpoint to tell you that this is a classic soundtrack.
I reckon you'd really like that.
Where other games would go for full orchestral ensembles or electronic grind, Gustavo Santaolalla's score for The Last of Us opts instead for the more subtle grace of the guitar and piano. The spare, haunting soundscapes are thousands of times more powerful than they have any right to be. If any part of The Last of Us truly deserves praise beyond measure, it's the original score.
Here, this make you all nostalgic?
Gary Scheinman utilizes a small troupe of string and percussion players to craft some of the most beautifully sad themes to ever grace a video game. The intense action tracks help amplify the game's more hyper moments to insane degrees of tension. By staying away from traditional scoring techniques and cliches, Gary helps ensure that every moment spent in Colombia is a breathtaking sonic experience. This is a classic in every sense of the word. And the winner is... In a year filled with bombastic orchestral scores and electronic wubs, The Last of Us provides us with one of the most haunting soundtracks ever created. Utilizing guitars and ambient influences, Gustavo Santaolalla made a masterpiece of sonic beauty. There may not be a more understated and more memorable score in video game history. This is definitely worth a listen.
Here, I got it.
Feeling my age now.